welcome back to our channel. You won't believe it. Shockwaves of horror have just erupted as a secret is exposed in the most painful way possible. In today's video, we take you to an explosive moment that no one could have predicted, where love, betrayal, and rage collide to create a chain of tragedy with no way out. Prepare yourself, because what you're about to witness will be beyond your imagination. It all started with a seemingly ordinary moment. But sometimes, it's those ordinary moments that open a door that can't be returned. When Andre pushed the door open, he had no doubts. His mind was filled with scattered thoughts about work, about the dinner they had planned, and about a day that ended peacefully with the woman he loved. But all those thoughts vanished in an instant, swept away by a sight he never thought he would see. Before him were Ashley and Bill, two people he trusted, entwined in an intimate, intense, unrepentant moment. The stark truth of it struck Andre's pride, his beating heart, like a sharp dagger, leaving no trace of pity. The shock turned to almost instinctive rage. No thought, no question. Just the explosive reaction of a man pushed to the limit. Andre didn't enter the room, he stormed in. All his pent-up emotions were released in one brutal, violent act. The first punch landed on Bill's face with the weight of betrayal, of crushed love. Bill staggered, reeled, unable to comprehend what was happening. But Andre didn't give him time to understand. The next blows came in a storm, leaving no room for defense. The sound of flesh colliding, objects being knocked over, Andre's angry gasps echoed in the room that had once been filled with love and hope. Ashley stood frozen in the fury. She didn't scream. She didn't cry, she didn't rush to stop him. In that moment, she seemed frozen, not knowing what she was witnessing. Everything happened too fast, too strong, too real. With each passing second, she saw more clearly the consequences of the wrongdoing she and Bill had just committed. The room, once a place of beautiful memories, was now torn apart by chaos. By the wordless explosion of a broken heart. Andre seemed to have transformed into a wild animal. His face was twisted with emotion, his eyes burned with hatred. He no longer knew what he was doing. Only venting all his anger, hurt, and humiliation on the body of the man he once called his friend. Bill collapsed to the floor, his lips bleeding, his eyes panicked, but Andre continued. There was no mercy given. Every kick, every choke was a wordless condemnation. That was how Andre screamed his pain, as everything was brutally taken away. Finally, when his strength was exhausted, Andre stopped. Not because of forgiveness, but because he himself had nothing left to hold back. Standing in the middle of the devastated room, he gasped for breath. His whole body covered in sweat, his hands bleeding, and his heart, the only thing no one could see, was bleeding non-stop. Ashley stepped forward, her eyes filled with tears. But Andre stepped back. His gaze was quiet but cold, as if every spark in his soul had been extinguished. He left without a word, leaving behind the woman he thought would be with him forever. That anger was more than just a fight. It was the first spark that ignited a chain reaction of events that followed. News of the incident spread like oil in a still lake. Acquaintances, friends, business partners, everyone began to talk. Bill, who had once been respected, was now the one who had broken into a relationship. Ashley, who had once been loved, was now the image of betrayal. And Andre, the most hurt man, was caught in a wave of emotions that he could not escape. Andre disappeared for days after that. No one knew where he was, no one could contact him. But in that absence, something was changing inside him. He was no longer the man he used to be, the one who believed in love, in loyalty. Now, in him there is only coldness, calculation, and a thirst for revenge that is gradually growing like a monster in the dark. Ashley is in a constant state of torment. The passionate moments with Bill have become an indelible obsession. She can no longer look at herself in the mirror. She sees the image of a weak, betraying, selfish woman, and that guilt torments her every hour. Meanwhile, Bill, with his face bruised, his physical wounds still visible, begins to face the consequences of his actions. He loses the respect of those around him, his relationships are broken, his job is in jeopardy, and most of all, he loses himself. But the wave doesn't stop there. Andre returns. Not loud. Not angry. Just a quiet, haunting presence. He is no longer angry, no longer crazy. Instead, there is a new Andre, calm, calculating, and more dangerous than ever. He began to appear wherever Ashley was, not to hurt her physically, but mentally. Silent glances, unexpected appearances, small but intentional actions, all of them made Ashley live in fear, anxiety, and torment. Andre also approached Bill's relatives, giving them information that he had kept secret. He didn't need to use his fists now. He used the truth and strategy to push Bill to the brink of collapse. The secrets of the past, the mistakes that Bill had hidden began to be revealed. Bill was gradually isolated. Destroyed from the inside, without a drop of blood being shed. Andre proved that the sweetest revenge is not an explosion, but a slow disintegration. Ashley, unable to bear the pressure, sought Andre to beg for forgiveness. But Andre was no longer the man he used to be, his heart had turned to stone. He didn't need an apology, he just wanted them to feel the pain he had. And in that cold gaze, Ashley understood that she had lost the most precious thing, not Andre, but trust and forgiveness. In the following days, things became more complicated. Andre didn't just want revenge. He wanted to make them live in a sense of permanent loss. He began to approach Bill's business partners, gain their trust and gradually push Bill out of the game. He reopened old files, exposing the financial scandals that Bill had tried to hide. Meanwhile, Ashley realized that she was being followed, anonymous letters, secret photos. Stay tuned to our channel so you don't miss any of the dramatic developments that follow, where every truth can be twisted, and every wound has unpredictable consequences. Subscribe now to continue discovering dark secrets and never-before-revealed shocks.